Christie Seafood and Steaks in Houston, Texas. So the first thing that really stands out to me about Christie is their friendliness and warmth. I'm really excited to try the strawberry margarita here, and we also have a mango. So we'll do a little comparison first. They know how to do a margarita. I can taste the chunks of fresh strawberry. You can actually see them in the glass. And then this is the mango here. That is absolutely delightful. I'm about to dig into Mama Christie's Tarama dip, which is a caviar dip. I don't think I've ever had caviar, but it's whipped and it looks good. It's like an upscale chip dip on these toasted peanuts. The right crunch, and it is very, very creamy, and I love that it's whipped. I'm glad I don't have this recipe, because I'd be eating it all the time. So I'm about to dig into the shrimp gumbo. It's really smooth. It's almost a calming kind of gumbo, not too spicy. This is the shrimp chowder. I can taste the butteriness, the creaminess, and man, is this good. They're famous for their seafood and their steak. We're gonna try their steak first. Perfect. My steak is cooked perfectly. They make their own au jus. I'm really excited to try one of these shrimp. Buttery, crunchy on the outside. The remoulade sauce is excellent. So I'm about to dig into their famous fish sandwich, which again, they've been around since 1917, so I'm pretty sure that they know what they're doing. This sandwich is huge. The fish is moist and flaky, and at the same time crispy on the outside. The original Mr. Christie invented the fish stick. Thank you. And they treat you right here at Christie's. They're bringing dessert out to us. This is lemon parfait. I love the creaminess with the lemon. And with Maria Christie, the steak was cooked perfectly. The fish sandwich, it was the biggest fish sandwich I've ever had. Can you tell me a little bit of history about the restaurant?
So in 1917, a Greek man went to New York.
Okay.
Then somebody told him he needs to go to Galveston, Texas, because there's gambling down there and you're going to make some money. So he went to Galveston, Texas, and he opened a fish stand. And it was literally maybe 7 seats, and he sold fish sandwiches, fried pieces of trout on toasted buttered po' boy bread.
Okay.
So he went to Main Street in Houston, Texas, and he opened a restaurant. He had the fish sandwich, and then he had the fried shrimp, and he made his own remoulade sauce, his own tartar sauce, and it was a total hit. In the 60s, he met my dad. Over time, things changed. My Uncle Steve retired. My dad moved from the South Main location to this location on Westheimer in 1979. And we've been here ever since.
You're third generation of this restaurant, right? With ownership. So, and you have a Greek background. So tell me how that plays into...
If we were not in Greece, we were at the restaurant the whole summer.
So you were a hard-working girl.
I think most Greek families, everybody has worked in the restaurant.
Yeah.
It never leaves you. Ever.
It's in the blood.
Yeah. I mean, my sister Rula's on the radio. If she comes over here, the phone's ringing, she'll answer it. She'll take a to-go order.
Wow.
Yeah.
During my dining experience here, I had a couple people come up to me and say, well, we've been dining here forever.
We come here because my dad and her dad grew up in villages in Greece right next to each other.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't it a small world?
Yes, and we discovered that several years ago when we came in.
Because she goes, oh, well, I'm kind of Greek, and my dad's like, you're Greek? What do you mean you're Greek?
Yeah.
We've been for years and years. So
Isn't that nice?
that's wonderful. And tell me a little bit about how that makes you feel to have, your customers have such an investment in your restaurant.
I've had customer call me over and let me know. He wanted to know exactly my name, my full name. He goes, young lady, if you ever shut this down, I will haunt you. I said, okay, I'm good. We're good.
You will have your friend.
Yeah, this is our home.
Yeah.
My parents do not entertain at home. None of us entertain at home. When we have our friends over, we're like, come over to the restaurant.
Let's go to the restaurant.
Yeah, it's the restaurant. Who's at the restaurant? What's going on at the restaurant every single day?
What would be your advice to young people or, in general, young women about travel? Because I think a lot of people, especially right now, with the economy or that, there's so many excuses not to go see something. So what are your thoughts about that?
I believe that you only do what you want to do. That's what I truly believe. So you need to want it to go. And when you leave town, even for a day or 2 days, you get such a fresh perspective when you come back. It clears your head.
Well, thank you, Maria.
Oh,
it's
you're
been
welcome.
my pleasure to dine here. And again, you all have an exquisite place, exquisite food and staff. So we truly enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Thank you,
We
Maria.
appreciate it.